What is up, guys? We got a first place deck profile here at the Florida Regionals or in Orlando, or Kissimmee. Here's the playmat that he won. This is a VV, so authenticity here, already here. Okay, so why Sakazuki, and what is your name?
So my name's Kunal Agarwal. Why did I play Sakazuki? I think it has the best matchup spread in the current meta. Big three, Gecko, Moria, Kata. Sorry, Gecko, Saka, Kata.
Yeah.
You're doing great against all three of them. There's two more, Reiju and Yamato, that are in the meta. They're a little bit tougher, but I think Saka's still 50-50 or better in all these matchups. So I wanted to take the deck that I thought I had the most way to have my skill be expressed. So not Kata. and
Shade.
Have a good matchup spread across everything. You know?
Okay, cool. And where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Nice, New Jersey, South New Jersey, right?
South New Jersey.
Perfect. All right, let's go. Well, before you guys click out the video, this is a unique list of Sakazuki, I think, in my personal opinion. So let's check it out.
Yeah. So this list was popularized in Europe. Shout out to Team K2. They made this list, and I literally played it card for card.
Yes.
So we can talk a little bit about it. So the unique thing about this list is the stage and playing a whole bunch of bottom decking events.
Okay.
The synergy with the stage and the sword comes up on your Tendon turn for the most part, where you do a combo where you play Gecko, Rebecca, Suru. Rebecca will play a Hina. Suru and Hina are -6. Leader and stage are another -2. And if you don't have Suru, you could use Helmeppo to do -3. So with this, your biggest reach is an 8 cost and a 4 cost. So when you're doing a Gecko Moria war with another Gecko or a Sokka player, you can clear the whole board. So that's the main combo with sword and stage, and that's why we play so many swords.
Basically control.com.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you get into this scenario where it's like who has more Geckos will come out on top, and the best card to combo with Gecko is stage and Navy HQ.
Okay, cool.
After that, it's just the searchers. So use Tashigi to find stage, to find your events, or find whatever you're missing. Kuzan, Borsellino in some matchups, sometimes a 2K counter, but anything that's good from the Navy package.
Okay,
So,
only 3 brand new?
only 3 brand new, just because space in the deck is so tight, where I wanted to play 3 Kuzan. Like, I think if you want to play 4 brand new, you have to make a sacrifice with Borsellino, with Kuzan. I'm only playing 1 Helmeppo, for example, just to make space for all the other cards, which I think are way more impactful. The brand new is a consistency piece, and you get to replay him pretty often with your own Gecko Moria, along with the Tashigi and stuff.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
It's kind of like, it fills out the curve nicely on 3 Dawn, where you can go brand new and stage after doing Tashigi on your 1 Dawn turn. So things like that.
Okay.
Brand new is also a good piece to cheat out from Rebecca when you have nothing else to do. The 2K counters, Virgo is just in the deck because we play Tashigi, so you can't play the Tashigi 2K counter. So this card, never had to play it, thankfully. I heard about other soccer players who brick and have to play this. It is what it is. The Suru's really valuable because it combos with Gecko Moria, where it might be the second piece that you play for -2 cost. And it's also not a bad option to just play it from hand. If you remove something on the opponent's board by playing the Suru, you've essentially countered the attack by removing that piece on the board instead of throwing the Suru from your hand. So you can use it offensively too. The next package, so 2 Lucci again, just to make space.
Wow, 2 Lucci, that's crazy.
4 Hina, 4 Rebecca. Rebecca, Hina, sword, stage. That's your bread and butter that combos with Gecko Moria. Lucci is not played nearly as much in this version of the build. If you're playing the events, then you combo with 4 Lucci or 3 Lucci, whatever it might be. In this version of the build, I think I played Lucci once this whole tournament. He's a good option off of Gecko in the Gecko matchup. When you play it off the 8-drop, you can go Lucci Helmeppo or Lucci Suru, whatever, if you need to clear their board in an emergency. Otherwise, we try not to really play him as much because we prefer to play our 2-drop event that will bottom deck the 2 items instead.
That's the same thing.
Well, it's even better. So when you bottom deck 2 cards, for example, in the Mirror match and the Gecko matchup, you remove their lines of play. So if I'm bottom decking Absalom or Hina or even Perona or whatever it might be, they can no longer reuse those cards in future turns.
Yes.
Whereas if I Lucci them, they're all in the trash. Gecko Moria will revive them every single time. So I had a lot of game states where my Gecko opponent would get bricked up because their trash was completely empty since I was going bottom deck, bottom deck, bottom deck. Same thing happened in the finals where I did my best to ensure that my opponent did not get a Hina into the trash. I was bottom decking all their Hinas. That's just how the game played out, and that contributed to winning that game.
Got it. Okay.
So after that, it's 3 Sabos. I like Sabo a lot for Katakuri. That's mainly why I play it at 3. I think, at least in NA, we have plenty of Katakuri entries, and this card basically says you cannot die. If their board is empty and you have no life, you play a Sabo, you cannot die. It also protects your whole board from Onami and other things.
Yeah.
It's just it's a definite blocker that you want, and you can recycle it with Rebecca. So it's useful for counter. It's useful in the black matchups when you don't have Gecko Moria in your hand. Then you play Sabo. It helps you dig 2 more cards, getting a little bit closer to the Gecko Moria.
Yes.
All of our searchers are getting rid of the Gecko Moria along the way. So Sabo's really good for that. Kuzan's really good for that. 2 of the 7-drop. The 7-drop's extremely strong against black and Sakazuki mirror. If you slam this on curve, it's extremely good. And if you have 2 of them on 9, you can go 7-drop 2 Houndblaze and remove 2 4-drops.
Yeah.
That ends up happening a lot against Gecko. And if you do that, the game is very nearly over.
Okay.
Finally, the king of the deck, 4-drop Gecko Moria. I already explained the main combo with it earlier, but you do other things like you bring back the Kuzan against Katakuri. Katakuri wants to reject your Kuzan. They want to swing at your Kuzan. They'll do whatever they can to get rid of Kuzan. If they haven't played a 7-drop Mom and we're allowed a turn of freedom, we go Moria, Kuzan, and a Searcher. And we just refill our hand, establish the Kuzan. When you have 1 Kuzan sticking on board, their 10 Moms are not safe.
I see.
The 10 Moms are remove Kuzan plus Hina,
Yeah.
or any other combination of cards with the bomb deck event every single turn after that. Rinse, repeat, and recycle. So yeah.
Do you remember all your matchups throughout the tournament?
I don't remember the exact sequence, but it was all meta and 1 Uda. So
1 Uda.
3 Kata, 3 Saka, 2 Moria, and 1 Uda.
Okay, cool. And you've taken on a lot of big names today. So congratulations on your first place finish. And I believe this is your first one?
Yeah, it's my first time winning an event.
Awesome. All right. So you can add this to your collection.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for the deck file.
Thanks a lot.